In a small village of the Yoruba, people lived a young woman named Adobi, known for her kindness and courage. However, her life was far from easy. Orphaned at an early age, Adobi struggled daily to survive. Opportunities seemed to slip away, and her attempts to improve her financial situation always ended in failure. Her only friends, Alika and Amara, also faced hardships, but had a solution that promised to change Adobi's fate. One day, Alika and Amara approached Adobi with a glimmer of hope in their eyes. "Adobi," said Alika with a sly smile, "we've heard of a powerful healer who can change your life. They say she can help you find a rich husband." Desperate to escape her suffering, Adobi agreed to visit the healer with them, unaware that she was about to embark on a path filled with darkness and deceit. Their journey led them to a remote village where the healer resided, an old woman with a piercing gaze and an aura of mystery. She welcomed them into her modest home, filled with strange amulets and herbs. After hearing Adobi's request, the healer explained that for the ritual to succeed, Adobi would need to perform a sacrifice. "You must take a special bath and then spend 3 nights sleeping next to a madwoman. If you fail, you will suffer greatly," warned the healer. Exhausted and desperate, Adobi accepted the challenge. The healer performed the ritual, instructing Adobi to find a woman living in madness. What seemed like a quick solution turned into a challenge beyond Adobi's imagination. Adobi and her friends scoured the market and streets in search of the madwoman. The city was lively, but they could not find the woman they needed. Days passed quickly, and time was running out. Alika and Amara began to show signs of frustration, but Adobi persevered in her search. Desperate and tired, Adobi felt the healer's curse beginning to take effect. Eventually, the deadline passed without success. Adobi began experiencing the effects of the failed ritual. Her body started emitting a foul odor, and strange liquids oozed from her skin. She decided to seek help from her friends, but discovered they had disappeared without a trace. With her health deteriorating and her situation growing more desperate, Adobi returned to the healer's home, pleading for a solution. But the healer told her that she could not undo the curse and that instead, she needed to perform another sacrifice. "Now, you must sleep with your father to break the curse," said the healer. Since Adobi was an orphan, this meant she had to go to the father of her former boyfriend, the only paternal figure she knew. Despite her desperation, Adobi tried to fulfill the task, but her repulsive appearance kept everyone at a distance. Her health continued to worsen, and Adobi felt more isolated and desolate than ever. In her final desperation, Adobi sought help at a local church. There, the pastor, moved by her story, listened intently and uncovered the truth. Alika and Amara had made a dark pact with the healer to gain wealth, sacrificing Adobi in the process. The pastor and the congregation prayed fervently for her, and gradually, Adobi began to recover. Over time, Adobi met a prince who fell in love with her and welcomed her into his life, leading her to a future filled with love and prosperity. Alika and Amara, in turn, returned to the city, impoverished and sick, seeking Adobi's forgiveness. However, the damage had been done, and their lives were marked by greed and betrayal. Adobi, now happy and fulfilled, found the peace she had longed for, proving that true power lies in faith and integrity.